Welcome to the Modern Woman Warrior Show. Happy New Year. I'm Louisa Kate. It's my pleasure to introduce Lily Hightower.
Hi.
Unfortunately, Amber's still under the weather, so my beautiful and talented daughter has agreed to step in. She is a modern woman warrior in her own right. She is a trained pistol shooter and has several empty hand fighting classes under her belt. She has graciously agreed to step in and try and fill Amber's shoes in this very important video.
I will do my best, but I know Amber and she is irreplaceable.
True, but I know you will give it a good job and you will give it your best shot.
Here goes. If you are new to our channel, welcome. If you are coming back, it is great to have you on board again.
In either case, if you have not joined our Modern Woman Warrior Corps, there is no time like the present. There is no cost to you. However, this is an ideal opportunity to make a commitment to yourself and your family to become a competent defender of you and your loved ones.
Join us on the quest so if the worst events happen, you can say to yourself and your attacker, wrong woman, wrong day.
That commitment is the start of a process that takes your self-defense competence from the realm of wishful thinking to that of reality. So hit the subscribe button, give us some likes, and drop us some comments.
Today's video is really exciting and unique.
It is. And before we get started, I want to say a reminder to everybody that if you see the camera behind the line when we're doing our shooting, then we're doing the remote. There's nobody back there with it, as well as any guns that we're going to show today on the table have been unloaded and cleared. So all safety precautions are in place. So we searched YouTube and we were unable to find a single video of this type. A side-by-side comparison and a field test for two different pistols that are made for women's self-defense market.
That's really surprising you could not find another comparison like that for women.
No, I know. So in the spirit of bringing you, the viewer, a comparison and field test of the Glock 43x and the Walther PDP F-Series. Both of these pistols are popular with women because of their smaller grip, shorter reach to the trigger, magazine release, and as well as the manageable slide spring tension. Keep in mind the PDP F-Series is the first semi-automatic pistol designed from the ground up with women in mind.
That's great. I've shot both of those guns.
No telling anything about them because we have to do an objective comparison between the two guns first.
Okay. What objective categories are we testing?
That's a very good question, Lily. We are going to do a 25-yard accuracy comparison. We are going to test and compare felt recoil, and we are going to test and compare the weight of the trigger pull.
Wow, that's a lot of data. Are there any other tests?
Yes. I am going to shoot 3 different drills. First, I'm going to shoot a 10-shot rapid-fire string at 7 yards to see which pistol has a better trigger reset and allows me to fire faster while still putting round center mass on a USPSA target. Then, I'm going to shoot 5 shots with an emergency reload and 5 more shots to see which pistol makes gun handling easier. And finally, I will shoot 3 failure to stop drills with each pistol to determine which gun is faster to pick up the sights and yet is still tactically accurate.
That's a lot of testing.
It is. All of these drills will be shot for cumulative time and accuracy. And at the end of the test, we will have some really good data to evaluate. In addition, if our users would like a written evaluation, drop us a comment with an email and we'll be happy to email you the full results. If you like what you're seeing, please hit subscribe now. There's no time like the present.
So how do you test accuracy in felt recoil? Isn't felt recoil a subjective kind of thing? And isn't accuracy more a test of marksmanship than a test of the pistol?
Wow, those are good questions, Lily. Normally, that would be true, except the wonderfully generous folks at Ransom International gave us a Ransom Master Series Rest, as well as a multi-cal steady rest.
Really?
Yeah.
That kind of testing equipment is really expensive, isn't it?
It is.
Why would they give us all this stuff?
Well, the folks at Ransom International saw our videos and really liked what we're doing. When we talked to them, they thought we could use their testing equipment to make our channel even better.
That's amazing.
It is. They are great people and produce the best product of their kind in the world. So, I got to get to the range.
All right, Mom. Be careful out there.
We locked the guns up in the Ransom Master Series Rest. We shot each gun so that the barrels were warmed up and then proceeded to fire 10 shots, each looking for the best 8-shot group from each pistol. We are running these bench tests in fast motion because to watch them in real time is a lot like watching paint dry. But we also wanted our viewers to see that the shooting tests were done accurately and actually done. I will say this Ransom Rest is amazing. Also notice that I am objectively measuring the amount of felt recoil by measuring the amount the gun rotates upward when it's fired. With the Glock pistol. My husband Grant had a Glock 19 for quite a while, and the 43x I was shooting is his. He carries it as a CCW whenever I can convince him to dress up in a coat and tie. The thing I am uncomfortable with is the grip angle the Glock uses. The Glock grip angle is 22 degrees as opposed to the standard angle that most semi-automatic pistols use, which is 18 degrees. I think old Jonathan Browning had that right when he designed his masterpiece, the 1911, and used the 18-degree grip on it. With the odd grip angle on the Glock, it makes it easy to shoot high, and frankly, it hurt my shooting hand in the 10-shot rapid-fire sequence. I shot both of my guns to the best of my ability. I shoot a Walther PDP F as my match gun, but it's a 4-inch barrel and has a Vortex Viper optic. So to some extent, the test Walther was a very different gun than I'm accustomed to. Well now, let's review those results from the range. The conditions out there were cold and drizzly, far from ideal, but we got it done. Lily, why don't you review the specs from both of the guns?
Okay, so the weight of the unloaded pistols, the Walther is 23.3 ounces, and the Glock is 18.7 ounces. We measured the trigger pull weight on a Wheeler digital trigger gauge and used an average of 5 presses on the trigger for each gun.
Okay.
The Walther averaged 3 pounds 4 ounces, and the Glock averaged 4 pounds 12 ounces. Accuracy at 25 yards using a Ransom Master Series Rest for an 8-shot group. The Walther had 2.5 inches maximum spread, and the Glock a 3.3 inch maximum spread. Felt recoil based on measurements from the Ransom Rest was 8% greater on the Walther. And finally, the Walther PDP F-Series has a magazine capacity of 15 rounds plus 1 in the chamber, while the Glock 43x has a magazine capacity of 10 plus 1 in the chamber. On the shooting test, cumulative time for the 3 combined drills, the Walther 28.97 seconds and the Glock 34.64 seconds. And in accuracy comparison, there were 3 misses from center mass on the Walther and 5 misses from center mass on the Glock. So, when we add 1 second for each miss, it makes the total time including penalties 31.97 on the Walther and 39.64 on the Glock. Now, cost comparison, based on a quote from one of our favorite suppliers, EagleAccuracy.com, the Walther PDP F-Series with a 3.5 inch barrel is $649. The Glock 43x is $466. Looks like both guns performed really well, and the Glock is less expensive.
That is true. They are both very reliable, and the Glock is significantly less. But keep in mind, the Walther PDP F-Series comes optics ready, right here, and it has a rail where a light or a laser can be attached. The Glock does not. And in order to make the Glock optics ready, it would probably cost about as much as the difference of the price of the two guns.
What did you think when you shot both of them?
Well, I think they're both quality pistols. The thing I really liked about the Glock was that it's smaller, particularly as far as its width. It functioned flawlessly. If you notice the failure to fire in the 10-shot rapid fire sequence, that was an ammunition failure, not a pistol failure. However, I personally did not like the feel of the Glock in my hand. I have fairly large hands for a woman, but the grip is so small around, I had problems placing my hands on the trigger consistently. And with the 22-degree grip angle, the gun hurts my wrists and hands, especially in the rapid fire sequence.
Anything else?
The Walther has easy to adjust sights. The Glock requires a sight press to adjust them. I am not crazy about the trigger. Although it had an easily detectable wall, once you reach the wall and press the trigger the rest of the way, it's kind of creepy to the release point. The Walther trigger is very crisp, giving a really clean break at the release. The reset on the Glock is okay, but the reset on the Walther is really short and allows fast follow-on shots.
What else?
Well, the Walther is super easy to field strip and for me has a larger and easier to use controls like the slide lock and the mag release.
So, I take it you really prefer the Walther PDP F-Series over the Glock 43x.
I do, but I would say that the Glock pistols are really good, reliable, and reasonably accurate guns. If I had an absolute top-end budget of $500 and I had to buy a CCW gun now, I would carefully consider the Glock 43x. It is a good basic gun for the money. That being said, if I had any choice, I would spend the extra money and get the Walther PDP F-Series. But, as I keep saying in other videos, it is really important to go try these guns for yourself before you make a purchase for an expensive gun. You need to fit them both to your hands and shoot them both because it really comes down to personal choice.
If you liked what you saw and heard today, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Give us a like, drop us a comment with your email if you would like the full test results.
Thanks for dropping by. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye.